Okay, guys, welcome back. Can you hear me? My check, my check. Okay, it's good. Okay, guys, so let's get started. Let's get back to our. Let's get practicing IELTS again. Yeah. Oops. Um. Yeah. In this lesson today. Yeah. This morning I just finished. Preparing for speaking part two. So yeah. Let's get into it. Last time, where were we? I don't remember where were we last night. It just let's have a look. No, it's not a sport person. No, if I pass it. Hmm. Where were I actually? Yeah, I remember that I did it for like a mm, 23. Yep. Okay, so describe a difficult task you completed at work or study that you feel proud of. Okay. Without further ado, let's get started. So today I am going to talk about a hard task that I have completed in my work, and I have a strong pride about it, which is finishing my graduation thesis. So this happened last week, and this group exercise is asking students to create a business brand and then to create a business brand for a true organization, for a true company, to to maintain and to stabilize their current organization. So we have to participate in researching about the market, like is the market potential enough for the company to perform the business, and additionally we also have to participate in creating an organizational structure, a marketing plan, and a financial plan. So yeah, the reason that this task, this exercise is difficult is because it combines all the knowledge that I have learned in my 4 year of university, and the result is spectacular, in which our group ranked first when it comes to the grade. Yeah, and I believe that this will make my CV become much better in the eyes of recruiter. Additionally, it helps me to build the mindset of working. I have to in which I have learned the other way to approach to any problems, and did did exercise this graduation thesis also give me a feeling of gratitude, in which I have a strong love and strong gratitude for what I have achieved. So so describe an activity that you experience. Mhm. Let's see. Okay, so what are the things that make people proud of? Hmm. In my opinion, there are two things that people will often, feel proud of when it comes to, feeling and something. One, one that is, those are the first thing is about achievement, obviously, which obviously it is which includes like money, salary, and position, as well as access, like cars and houses. Yeah, so I would say that it is some kind of tangible. I would say that it's tangible assets that makes people feel proud of, and it is true to many friends of mine when every time I ask them what are the things that makes you become proud about yourself. And I always I receive all the same answers, which are like I mentioned before, the tangible assets. And another thing that is about intangible one. So this kind of access is a little bit difficult. I'll say it's totally different than the tangible ones. Is that only those who are wise will feel proud of it. So intangible assets such as knowledge and relationships, those are the kinds of assets that we cannot see it, but we can feel it. Yeah. And let's just say that you build a strong connection with your neighbors, or you have you you have a lot of admirations from your friends. That is intangible assets, and that is a thing that for some people they feel extremely proud of. So do people feel proud of themselves when they complete a difficult task? Mm, Absolutely yes. In fact, there's a research about it in which in which participants were given a task that is literally impossible, but then researchers would give them, a cues each by each, and then they will be able to, to figure it out the answer for the task. And and at the end of the studies, the researchers found that many people feel there's a sense of relief, a relief about a stress relief, as well as a sense of pride when after people finishing addressing the the difficult tasks, which makes them become more confident about themselves, as well as they will have a sense of, I can do anything. Yeah, would rise inside people, which is why that people will feel proud of themselves when they just finish a difficult task. And this is and when it comes to my experience, um, I used to my graduation thesis is I would say that it is the most difficult task in my entire life that I have ever done. But at the end, after I finished the task, I started to recognize that I could literally do anything in my life. Yeah, that is a sense of proud. Okay. Okay, so today I am going to talk about an exciting activity that I experienced before, which is finishing my graduation thesis. So, this happened last week, and this this exercise is a group task in which I have to do it with, in which I have to find friends, and create a group with them. And so our main task is to create a business brand for a true company that they are they I would say they are a startup. Yeah, they are startups. So we have to we have to get ourselves involved in doing research, such because to because we have to make sure that the market that they are about to participate in is potential, and we also have to uh, in get ourselves in join in creating a marketing brand, and as well as a financial brand, so that they will be able to control themselves after we finish the thesis. So I would say that this is an extremely hard task. Then, in fact, I would say that it is the most difficult task in my entire life up till now, until now, because it combines all the knowledge I have learned in my university for years, from from the year I am a junior till I am a sophomore, till I am a junior, to a senior, for freshman to a seniors, and and after I finished the exam, sorry, the thesis, there's a feeling of gratitude and pride about myself, and this thesis also helps me to build a better CV in the recruiter's eyes, as well as it helps me to build the mindset, so that in which I will have, I will be able to approach new problems more professionally as yeah. Mhm. So mhm. So let's see. So what activity do young people like to do? Hmm, interesting question. Let me see. To my point of view, I would say that young people have a strong love for for posting on social media. This is because social media to young people is like their another themselves, yeah, in which they will become their best selves. I to become the best personality of themselves. So I have met a lot of young people who are an introvert out in real life, but on social media they are an extrovert, in which they are socialized and they are energetic to literally everything. So and the fact that posting things on social media is a good way for them to show to the world that who they are, and as well as to affirm themselves yeah. So for example, my sister, she is younger than me, 2 years old, and she have a strong love for posting pictures about cats and dogs on Facebook, which and a lot of her followers and her friends started to recognize that she is a cat and dogs lover, an animal lovers, and so I would say that another way is that social media to young people is like a good way, is a wonderful platform for them to build brand, to sell building brand. So do people feel uh-huh. Hmm? Okay. uh so describe a young child. So so let's talk about this historical period. Hmm. Stone Age. So today I'm going to talk about a historical period that I have a strong interest in, which is Stone Age. And this period of history happened for like 10,000 years ago. Yeah, it's a very long time. But and don't get me wrong, I didn't, I do not. It's not about I want to get back here because the okay. So today I'm going to talk about historical period I have a strong love in, which is Stone Age, and this period happened for like 10,000 years ago. So, um, the reason that I would like to return to this era is because uh, in real life at the current time, human we humanity do not have much evidence and information about this period of time, which is why that uh, our we have I would say a huge gap in when it comes to knowledge about Stone Age period. So the reason that I want to read and because of that, I want to get get back to this period to understand more about how how humans in that time make tools and what materials that they use to build a house, to shelter themselves, as well as to hunting animals. And when it comes to hunting animals, this is the area in which I want to know more about the hunting and gathering activities. Yeah. So I would like to understand how do people hunt animals such as mammals and tigers, and how do they connect fruits and fishes around their living areas. And additionally, the nature in this area, I would say that it was spectacular in which people people in the nature in this era is spectacular in which uh, there were a plethora of animals and plants that now is extinct. Yeah, extinct. And the final reason for me to return to this area is because the atmosphere, which is extremely clean and tranquil. Yeah. hmm Okay. Okay. So describe a person you study or work with who is successful in their life. Um. Okay. So today I am going to talk about someone who achieve who achieve a career success. Yeah, achieve career success in her life, which is my mom. So she's currently 45 years old, and now she is the CEO of a small company which is about selling trees in small pots. So her business started 10 years ago, in which I still remember that. which I still remember that after graduation, she started to create graduation from university. She started to make a business plan about her dream job and her dream work. Yeah, I still remember that about 10 years ago when she first started to run the business. She suffered from financial hardship, but fortunately she was still able to overcome it, and now she is managing 50 employees. Ah, employees and employees. So yeah, currently hey, mm, uh, so currently I am her CEO assistant. Yeah, The reason that makes me have a strong admiration in her is that she creates a wonderful products and with high quality. And another thing is that I, I have a strong love and desire to learn about her branding skills. Mm, so okay, so in the future I think I will learn more about her. Yeah. Đi. À, cha mặc áo hình gì đây? Hình chả. Đi. Đi. consume more sugar than the daily intake requires. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, so let's talk about a young child that I stay with. So today I'm going to talk about a young child that I stay with, that I used to stay with, which is my sister, and currently she is 12 years old. So this happened last week when my parents were on vacation, and obligate me to they gave me a responsibility to be in charge of my sister. So my main task in that time were to ask her to do the housework as well as to do her housework and homework, and and, uh, and I still remember that uh, in addition to supervising her homework, to get I also had to get involved in cooking and praying with her she because my parents in that time my parents were afraid that she would be obsessed. She would use her phone too much. Yeah, so that is why they asked me to pray with her. So um, my first feeling when I have to look after her is that I was a little bit but then boring. But then after a few days of looking after her, I started to find it interesting, and it also helps me to raise the skills of being independent. Yeah, and my sister learned that too. So it was such an unusual experience in which I have become more sympathized with my parents. Yeah, I comprehend their hardships when they have to look after me and my sister. Hmm. Okay, so in your opinion, who always stay with young child? Interesting question. So I would say that it depends on the culture. In I know that in the majority of Eastern cultures, young children will be left for them parents and their grandparents, especially grandparents, because parents have to go outside and make money so that they could raise their family. But old people, I would say they have more free time because they have and retired, and they have more time to spend with their family, which is why that young children, yeah, often left for their grandparents. And my family is, I would say that it would be a typical illustration for this, in which when I was a child, and even when it comes to my sister as well, yeah, we were all left. We were all my parents always sent us to my grandmother because they have to go to work. Yeah, and I'll say that even though there is a little bit difficult difficulties when living with grandparents for a small period of time, but it was such an interesting moment. Is it good? Do young child like toys? Is it? Um, I thought it is common praise. I mean, uh, I thought it is common praise because in my opinion, I would say that toys to children is just like the fish with the water. Children cannot live without water, and sorry, fish cannot live without water, and the same is true when it comes to children and toys. So this is because toys is a good way for them to kill their time, in which um, it is I would say the simplest as well as the most effective tools for them to both learn and play. Uh, Compared to adults, we can do literally anything else, such as we can play video games, we can hanging out with our friends and having some conversations. Um, Children, they do not have enough in amount of knowledge as well as experience in their life to do the same things like adults, which is why that they will find something simpler as to them as well as you know tangible for them to play, and that is why toys could would be will be the most suitable tool for them. So do you think video game is good or bad for them? Hmm. In my opinion, I would say that video games is good for children. It is much better than letting children watching TV. Yeah, compared to other form of entertainment for children, I would say video game is much more effective forms compared to other forms such as such as watching TV or playing toys. This is because video games. A lot of research have shown that video games play a crucial role in create building the mindset, building the mindset as well, enhancing the mindset, such as how to organize things or maybe how to deal with a difficult situation. So let's just say that you just play a game about puzzle, yeah, and which is common. So puzzle games will help children to improve their ability to solve problems. Yeah, what that is problem solving skills. Or maybe if you play a cooking game, you're gonna learn how to you will be able to learn how to manage how to manage social how to manage and react with problems and troubles in a short period of times. Yeah, and a lot of games I and what and talking about my experience when I was a child, play I am often play games relating to quiz. Yeah, like and it helps me to build critical thinking skills. Yeah, which is wonderful. That's why I believe that video games is a wonderful way for children to learn. Hmm.